Hello everyone, my name is Adam Fusman and this is channel Adam Fusman. Since March 8, 2016, I've been living in California, in the capital of Silicon Valley, San Jose. Part of the success of my immigration lies precisely in the fact that I am based here in California and have not moved anywhere else for more than 6 years. That I loved about California. First, nice weather. Second, excellent economy. Third, great people. And fourth, selected immigrants. Not everyone can afford to live in California because you need to have a certain mindset. You need to know how to make money. If you don't earn much here, you will find it difficult to get by, barely making ends meet. I would say that people don't choose California, but California chooses people that will live here or not. There are definitely big disadvantages of living in California, but today I'm going to speak about one specific disadvantage that applies to all states of America. The topic of my today's video is taxes and our mistakes made over past 2 years which led us to a high tax burden. Everything comes with a price. We live in a beautiful country and in the most beautiful state, so you have to pay for this. Over the last 6 years, I've received many offers to move to another state. It is cheaper or better weather. These offers came from people who once lived in California and for some reason moved to another state. The main trigger to them was expensive housing and high cost of living, food, gasoline, high cost of services, and so on. For better or worse, during the COVID pandemic, all prices have leveled off almost all over America. For example, renting a 2-bedroom house in Florida will cost you $3,000 or $3,500 a month. But the main difference is that in Florida it will be more difficult for you to earn as much money as you can take in San Jose. At this point, you are probably thinking of writing in the comments, "Every bird likes its own nest." But trust me, I know what I'm talking about. By the way, comment down below where you are from, especially from which city and country, and why you are watching my channel. I believe that upcoming procession in United States will put everything in its place, but so far nothing has changed. Unemployment is low, federal taxes are high, state taxes vary from state to state, sometimes they just don't exist, sometimes they're very low. Let's talk about my case. I want to tell you what happened in our company with me. In particular, I want to speak about taxes. Probably some of you, after reading the title of the video, thought that I'm trying to hype again and I'm using clickbait title. In this video, I want to share with you how much tax Fuse paid in 2021. And it went like this. First, in April 2021, Fuse completely switched to the W-2 payment system. Payment to employees as to contractors using 1099, also known as W-9 form, has been completely prohibited since 2020 in California. So even for incomplete year 2021, I paid a little more than $1 million in taxes related to employees. I understand that this is an income tax, but it is paid specifically from the company account. So when we pay salaries, after salaries, every half a month we are deducted $50,000 of taxes. Each employee has his own tax rate as it's calculated based on the income amount. So it all depends. Just keep in mind the amount $1,020,000 income tax in 2021. And if we continue to pay using the 1099, then the entire amount would go directly to the wallets of our employees and they would report on taxes themselves. But then our company would most likely have been subjected to tax audit, which would have simply destroyed us. So last year, together with employees, this tough decision was made, since they had only two options: either to pay taxes or not to work for our company. And there was only one person for that reason decided to leave the company. Hi, Sergey. But then he wanted to hire him again after a couple months, but I didn't take him back because you have to play by the rules or not play at all. In addition to paying income tax, there is also employer's tax, which is paid only by employer. That is Fuse company. This tax is 11%. And so 11% of 1,020,000 equals $114,000. And so 1,020,000 plus 114,000 equals $1,134,000. Let's keep this in mind. Let's talk about the mistakes or about lessons that we learned in 2021 and how much we paid for them. In 2020, COVID happened. Pandemic caused disruption to production and supply chains around the world, and as a result, a lack of materials and equipment in 2021. Because of this shortage of equipment, Fuse spends all of its income on purchase of equipment for shortage therapy, forming an inventory. At the end of 21, Fuse warehouse had about 1,200,000 worth of equipment in our warehouse. Everything seems to be great, but then reality hits us. I always thought that if I bought a product and I keeping in my warehouse, then this counts as an expense. In fact, it was different. The equipment lying in the warehouse is considered as inventory, meaning the money what I spent on it was a net income, and only when I install or sell it, then it turns to the expense. So it all counts as net profit, which at the end of the year was practically a dead weight. On the other hand, if we didn't have such a warehouse, we would not be able to provide to customers the equipment on time, and they would just go to competitors who might have this equipment, but we don't know this for sure. Then my partner Stan and I found about this circumstance. We've got a little crazy. We did our best to scatter part of equipment for a demo class and a training class. Something was considered as fixed assets and something went under depreciation. Somehow we got help and our accountant reduced the size of the inventory to $700,000. We have 4 partners in the company: Stan, Sergey, Artur, and I, 45, 5, 5, 46 respectively. And each of us had to pay our share of income tax on the amount of $700,000. I paid $85,000. 64,000 federal taxes and 21,000 state taxes. For example, in Texas, I would pay only $46,000, but I'm not sure we would be able to earn the same money and set up the same warehouse in Texas. For example, Stan paid a total of $113,000. In my case, the lower amount of taxes is due to the fact that I have 3 kids and I am married. Artur and Sergey each paid approximately $10,000 for their 5% stake in Fuse. So 85 plus 113 plus 10 plus 10 plus 1,134 equals 1,352,000. And now let's talk about who is blamed for this situation. My partner and I agreed that this is our accountant. She didn't inform us about anything. She didn't teach us and didn't warn us in advance. Thanks to the fact what Stan and I sold the house which we bought 2 years ago, we had the opportunity to pay these taxes from our own funds. We did it right on time at the beginning of 2022, but troubles with our accountant do not end there. Well, we sold the house, and I'm not sure if you know this, but in order to quickly pay off the mortgage, we needed to rent this house to the company, and I paid half of the rent. Such a stupid scam just to pay off the mortgage faster. For some damn reason, we opened RS Properties LLC, which means Ruslan Stanislav Properties, just following the instructions of our accountant. At the moment, we still believed we would sell the house after 2 years of ownership and we would not pay tax on $1,500,000 from Stan and $500,000 from me, and thought we would only pay tax on anything about that amount. As a result, it turned out that since we were operation with renting out this house, even to myself, then taxes are calculated in a different way, and 500,000 sale without tax doesn't apply to sellers. Eventually, because of this, for 2022, Stan and I will have to pay estimated taxes of $98,000 each. Recently, I've seen movie Schindler's List, and here's the quote I remembered. A man needs 3 people in his life: a doctor, a lawyer, and an accountant. And the movie said that Schindler has already found a good accountant. I have not found one yet, or it's not my time yet. Hopefully, we will already have a good accountant, but still I'll be very happy to hear your references. If you know a good accountant or an accounting company, please let me know in the comments. So guys, for 2021 we paid a total of $1,352,000 in taxes. $1,134,000 for taxes on employees are mandatory taxes, but $218,000 is something that could have been avoided. Comment below and tell me what fuck-ups you had with your accounting and taxes. Despite the above facts, California, even its state taxes, is a very nice place to live and grow. Who knows? Maybe when I earn enough money to retire rich and young, I'll decide to move to another state and start over. But I guess there is no point. I can't just retire here in the richest place in the world and the most beautiful one, not far from the ocean with amazing weather throughout the year. See you guys in California. Thank you for watching this YouTube channel. May the accountant protect you from high taxes. Amen.